we're celebrating Abida's 18th birthday and also Celergen's 16th birthday. So today is everybody's birthday. So, ladies and gentlemen, put your biggest round of applause to welcome our VVIP into the hall.
I'm Catherine Chan, your host for tonight's business opportunity presentation. And I'm so excited to see you, okay? So see everyone here. And today's topic is Celergen, Advanced Swiss Marine Cell Therapy Supplement. Before we continue, I would like to share a quick update. Our scheduled speaker for tonight, Peter, sends his sincere apologies. Due to unexpected family emergency, he's unable to join us live this evening. We fully understand and support him during this time, so we look forward to welcoming him back at our future session. right? But don't worry, we've got you covered. We are honored to have another incredible speaker stepping in to deliver the same powerful talk today. Also, someone equally experienced, passionate, and committed to helping you understand the wellness opportunity and changing lives across the region. So sit back, stay tuned, okay, and get ready to be inspired. Right, to start off, I'd like to know, okay, where are you joining from? Maybe you can type in the chat box. Where are you from? You zoom in from Singapore. I think most of them from Singapore. Where else? I know that friends from Philippines. Wait, I can't see everybody's message. Okay, Singapore. Okay, yeah. Mount Sinai. Okay, from different place. Okay, in Philippines, Taguig. Okay, yeah. And yeah, so welcome everyone. Yeah. And so, and another question is, this question is very simple but powerful. Do you know what you're really made of? Can you all type in the chat box? Cells. Yes. Everybody know that you are made of cells. So tonight we are exploring something fascinating, marine cell therapy supplements and how they relate not just to your health, but also to your future in business as well. So we often hear the word says, you are what you eat, right? Or health is wealth. But if I tell you that you are what your cells can absorb and regenerate, right? So let's bring us to this marine cell therapy supplement. So what exactly is this marine cell therapy? So we shall let our speaker for tonight share with you more. So now it's our pleasure to invite the speaker for tonight is someone I know him as very quiet, humble, and soft-spoken person. Uh, so behind this calm demeanor, he is a trained civil engineer. He spent 18 years in the corporate world, rising from the ranks of vice president in a multinational corporation. And well, of course, high-paid job also comes with high demand. At his, he has to spend he cannot spend his quality time with his family and friends, right? So that's why he changed his perspective and he discovered Avita entrepreneurial opportunity. So with this vision, well, he made the life-changing decision. He fired his boss, left the corporate rat race, and fully embraced his position and his passion in Avita. So today he leads a dynamic team of professionals turned business owners, building new markets in more than 10 countries, including Singapore, Malaysia, Philippines, Indonesia, Myanmar, Vietnam, Australia, and more. So, ladies and gentlemen, please help me to welcome someone who truly walks the talk, Pearl Ambassador Joey Tan. Right, let's welcome PA Joey Tan.
Okay, good evening. Thank you. Thank you, Catherine. Thank you for the very warm introduction. Hi, good evening, everyone. Yes, for those of you who are expecting to see Anga, sorry, yeah. Yeah, he just 2 hours ago just called me, at home got emergency. So anyway, I'm here to give as close as possible to what he shared. Okay, will that be good? Okay, I think because the past 2 nights we have been rehearsing, he has been working very hard to rehearse and give his best. So unfortunately, he cannot make it now. So I do my best. I hope that I can share my own little experience with you guys. Okay, good evening, everyone. Okay, let me play my slide. Okay, can you see? Okay, everyone. Okay, so I think we have sent out to those of you to especially to all of our family members to watch all this video. I hope all of you have watched that. Yeah. So I get to know this couple since 2013, 2014. Yeah, all these suffer from fibromyalgia and autoimmune disease that do not have any known cure. Even they come to Maui, Singapore, the doctor also told them. So although Celergen has helped her a lot, you can see, as you can see, like today, she will every now and then she may still succumb to virus in the air or something like that. So during COVID time, it was a challenge for them. And luckily for Celergen, she has already been, the whole family has already been on Celergen for quite a number of years before COVID. So luckily, Celergen, she always shared that Celergen has really helped her strengthen her immune system tremendously. So tonight I thought if since Anga is not able to share, I want to continue what Anga has been preparing, to share with you from my perspective, from my experience about Celergen. Okay, so before I go on, let's watch this short video. Okay. Okay. When I first watched this video, it always bring me back to realize that life is so fragile. You think about it. Yeah. Every one of us. Yeah, we are all made of cells. But every now and then we hear of people, even the most painful one is the young one who are succumb to disease and just go off like that. So a lot of time we realize that life is so impermanent, right? Yeah, nothing is permanent. So you think about it, yeah, just like what the video shared, we all have 100 trillion cells in our body. So the scientist has always shared with us that every disease, if we go back to the fundamental, yeah, if we go down to the fundamental, every disease begins from the cells. And there is only one disease, yeah, which is the cells is not functioning properly. So today we will be talking a little bit more on how cell therapy help us to strengthen our immune system and strengthen our base, I would say. Yeah, strengthen our foundation. What Catherine said, I'm a civil engineer. So I'm not a not coming from a medical profession trying to share with you about medical knowledge, but from a civil engineering point of view, okay? So you think about it, why do our cells get sick? There are only two ways. It's either our cells or we ourselves get poisoned, right? When we get poisoned means our little cells in our body, whichever part of the cell that it comes from, yeah, get poisoned. That means toxicity. The other one is the cell are malnutrition. We do not have the enough nutrient for our cells that able to then help us to fight against external virus or internal bacteria. Okay, so we all know also, every one of us know that nowadays with all the environmental pollution, the ozone layer, the Wi-Fi in our home, in our office, even the lighting, everything, every artificial thing that human creates actually create a lot of free radicals. And nowadays we can even use AI, ChatGPT to look out to understand how all these things are harmful to us. So basically, what free radical means? Free radical means every day all these particles they are just bombarding into our skin cell, into our body, and they will keep continuously. They may not be able to penetrate after 1 round, 2 round, 3 round, but they keep on continuously bombarding even when you are asleep. Why? Because all of us, when we are asleep, most of us, in fact, almost everybody that I know, still on our Wi-Fi, right? Still on, some even have the handphone beside you. So all these free radicals are always bombarding us. Question is, can we get rid of all this? Cannot. In our modern day lifestyle, unless you are a hermit, you stay you stay alone in the cave, away from all the modern amenities. So free radicals, since free radical is going to bombard us every day. Now the point is then, how then can we strengthen ourselves, strengthen our defense, to then repel all these free radicals? So you can see in this picture, the free radicals, one is get into our cells, it will go into our cell itself and then create havoc in the DNA. And that's where the DNA damage and mutation will start to form, inflammation will start to form. So in the layman term, when I ask my doctor's friend, actually I cannot imagine how the free radicals bombard into our skin every day. So my doctor's friend will always share with me that just imagine our body start to get rusty inside. Rust. Metal piece or our home furniture, especially those who stay near to the seaside or near to the swimming pool, all this. The how I say, the water moisture in the air will then cause our furniture, all this, to get rusty. The other thing that you can think about free radicals, oxidation takes place, right? The other thing that you can think about, good example that I can think of is that whenever we eat biscuit, from the tin or from the container that we bought from supermarket, you see, initially when we open up, we eat the biscuit or eat the cookies, very, very fresh. But most of the time, after about 70% gone or 80% gone, the remaining, most of them are already softened. Some even get moldy. So that is how oxidation corrode non-living thing. Same thing. Free radicals oxidation will also corrode us, if we don't take care. So always it's a very, very important topic. especially for human aging issue. And now, not only human aging issue, but also premature aging issue. Why I talk about premature aging? Also because I'm in Avita, yeah, full time since 2011. Yeah, I get out of my corporate job, yeah, full time into Avita, propagating and sharing about all this since 2011. That is almost 15 years. Yeah, 14, 15 years. So I realized that a lot of people don't take care or don't know how to take care of our body because we are under stress, especially when we are working. And even until today, my cohort of friends, university friends, they are still working. Engineer, they are still working until very, very late at night. Some even sleep at 2 a.m., 3 a.m. So I always got to keep reminding all these friends, especially some of them are my good friends, that you got to take care. Yeah, you're not young anymore. Okay, so free radicals, very, very important topic that we must always keep in mind. Okay, so next one. Well, so cell therapy, from what the Swiss professor shared, yeah, with us, our cell will age every 3 to 4 months. Yeah, it depends on which parts of our cell they come from. It can be the bone cell, can be the liver cell, it can be the skin cells. But every 3 to 4 months, it will renew one cycle. Yeah, it would renew one cycle means what? The old cell will die off, the new cell will come out and then replace the old cell. The problem is as we age, all these new cells that replace the old cell get not as efficient as the previous one. That is the natural aging process. Yeah, that's why you can see that in this picture, this cell get smaller and smaller. That means the efficiency get lousier and lousier. So this is the natural process of aging. But what cell therapy does? Cell therapy, firstly, it helps us to intercept and prevent ourselves from going down too fast. Yeah, not that it will stop, but it will help us to prevent it from going down too fast. Then second, it repair and maintain, especially if some of us we may have chronic diseases like high blood pressure, high cholesterol, high sugar content. All this, it can actually help us to repair and maintain the lousier cell, and then get us the new cell to be replaced. And finally, step 3, it help us to rebuild and rejuvenate regardless of your age. The Swiss scientists also share with us that as long as you're after 20, generally after the age of 20 years old, our cells start to degenerate. See, I graduated in 1993. Yeah, during my time, people who are of like high blood pressure, high cholesterol, diabetes, most of these people normally I come across are around 50 plus, 60 years old, or even 70 years old. But nowadays, with the fast pace of society, AI, everything must be fast. Yeah, even in the corporate world, everything they want fast information. So the stress level is much higher as compared to 30, 40 years ago. So I see nowadays a lot more youngsters, especially those who come out to work for a few years, they feel themselves that they age quite very fast. So premature aging issue is another topic that we are very, very concerned of. Okay, so that is cell therapy, and this is not something new. It has been invented and discovered by Professor Paul Nihan back in the 1930s. So if you Google around today, you can even see the Swiss clinic of the cell therapy revitalization. So you can see that in this picture, there is even the clinic Paul Nihan. Yeah, the original inventor of Swiss cell therapy itself. So of course, you probably heard of similar clinic branching out in Germany and France. These are mainly the top-end clinic. Yeah, especially for Switzerland. They are very, very famous for their efficiency and their safety aspect. So there are three categories, yeah, different application as basically. In the medical arena, it is known as the stem cell implantation. But especially in Singapore, this can only be done by the medical profession, okay? And mainly for to treat specific diseases like Parkinson disease, Down syndrome disease. Of course, the doctor will always tell us that there is, even you undergo such a treatment, there is no 100% that they can help to reduce or help to cure anything. So the result actually varies. Yeah, and the price, we all know, we heard of people who have gone for such thing are very, very expensive also. So traditionally, just now I show about the Swiss clinic, Paul Nihan clinic, all this. Traditionally, we all know also came across the rich and famous who have gone to Switzerland. They have gone to all these top clinic in Switzerland for cell therapy by injection. But that's why it's called the rich and famous, because even until today, every treatment, every flight, every journey that they go over to Switzerland, yeah, once a year, one flight, it will set them back at least 50,000 US dollar. Again, traditionally they use placenta ingredient, but nowadays the Swiss being the world most efficient and the best in the world in terms of cell therapy, they are already warning not to use placenta kind of ingredient. Why? Because placenta kind of ingredient is known to affect hormone changes, and especially if you have family history of cancer, then even your family doctors will tell you not to use such an ingredient. So in 2009, Celergen was born out of Switzerland and launched in Singapore. Yeah, our Singapore HQ here. In fact, launched in St. Regis Hotel, Singapore here. It is the first one in the world, non-placenta kind, and using fish DNA. Yeah. So compared to people who go over to Switzerland for the injection, of course, is very different. But the result is similar. Not only that, because injection-wise, people go there once a year, whereas when you take supplement like Celergen, premium supplement like Celergen, you can take it every day and at a fraction of a price. So you can see that even until today, the doctors sell them in the clinic, especially in the USA, in Europe, and in the Middle East. So doctors sell them over the clinic at a fraction of a price compared to people who fly into Switzerland for such a treatment. Okay, so just a brief description of the different category of such application. Okay, next one. So Celergen, they're the number one Swiss marine cell therapy in the world. We launched it in 2009. Recently, we celebrated Celergen's 16th anniversary, and we are very, very proud to say that Celergen is now over 100 countries around the world. In the West, like I shared, there are many doctors are already prescribing it to their patients in the clinic. So prevention begins at the cell. Yeah, just now the earlier video. If we can stop the corrosion, we can stop the free radicals from bombarding us before it get into our DNA, then that's how Celergen help us. Firstly, it protect the healthy cell. It remove the free radicals. Secondly, it repair the damaged cells. So we can never be 100% sure that all our cell will be protected. So once it's damaged, Celergen is the protein, is the vitamin to our cells. So it provides these high quality nutrients to our cells. And finally, it regenerates new healthy cell. Remember just now the picture, showing the aging cell getting lousier and lousier as we age. So Celergen help our new cell to be regenerate into newer healthy cell. So it control the genetic activity of our cells also. So it's a very, very full formula from repairing, from protecting to repairing, and finally to regeneration of our new healthy cell. So some people worry about how about cancer cell? So we all know now because cancer cell they don't die, they mutate. So Celergen is known to be able to then reduce the mutation of the cancer cell. So later I will show the clinical test, lab test to show that how it helps to slow down or to fasten the natural death of the cancer cell. Okay, I shared since 2009 until now. Yeah, in the West, many doctors are already recommending Celergen to their patient. This is in the earlier, much earlier, during the early days of Celergen when it was launched. This one, this report coming out from Rob Report, a very prestigious US magazine. Yeah, whereby they always advertise on luxurious watches, gold coins, all this kind of luxurious goods. So Celergen was advertised by the doctors over there in the USA. So why doctors personally use Celergen? So you can also go into the Google, go into the website and look out for all this report. So, and this is one of the famous anti-aging doctor, Dr. Uji. He said that Celergen is a remarkable tool to help us improve our well-being. Yeah, and he even claimed that Celergen is the Rolls Royce of supplement for the human body. To me, that is a very, very strong endorsement. We all know Rolls Royce is one of the best car around, yeah, in the whole world. So he equates Celergen, a supplement, a premium supplement, to the Rolls Royce. So imagine, not only are you consuming Rolls Royce in our Avita platform, you are also able, if you want, to represent this Rolls Royce of supplement for the human body. So I will share just a little bit on that later on. Yeah. Okay, so the Rolls Royce of the supplement for the human body. Another doctor who said after trying out Celergen for a couple of months, she feel that she had better mental clarity. And that is the idea. Celergen is not a drug. It's not helping you to cure your headache or what. The main thing is help us to repair ourselves, especially when we are having migraine, having this kind of chronic issue. It can gradually help us to mitigate all this kind of problem. Okay, and why is Celergen so effective? The main three ingredients: bio-DNA cellular marine complex, peptide E collagen, and hydroamylpeptide. All these are all the extract from the deep sea ocean of Europe. Yeah, and in particularly wild salmon and herring. Yeah, and they are all water soluble natural substance. Okay. Now I talk a little bit about bio-DNA cellular marine complex. It improve our vitality, our stamina, our joint pain. I think all this actually you can read out from our website or from the brochure. But personally, yeah, only recently I shared. I'm very, very happy today. This year I'm 57. I'm reaching 60, but I'm still very, very proud because I used to represent in the university day or during my national service day, represent the organization on it, represent the university for running, for middle distance running. So even at the age now 57, I still can achieve my 5 kilometer within 25 minutes. So I really attest to Celergen because I've been taking Celergen since the launch, since day one. Yeah, 2009 until now. So 16 years. Yeah, 16 years. Initially, when the Swiss professor launched it in Singapore, he was sharing with us that it is very, very good for people with osteoporosis, osteoarthritis. At that time, the first person that came to my mind was my mom. Yeah, at that time I was still working as an engineer. But my mom at that time was 72, 73 years old. She was already suffering from all this. Even climbing the staircase at home, she will feel pain in her knee and at her lower back. So, but I never expect miracles. I was thinking, wow, it's not a cheap supplement. Yeah, in fact, it's quite a high-end supplement. So my first two box, I get my mom to try it out. So I never expect miracles, like I said, but I was pleasantly surprised that within about a month, my mom can climb the staircase at home without much pain, but she still need to hold on to the railings. Now bringing the time forward, 16 years, my mom has been still taking Celergen all these years. And now she is 84, 85, 86 years old. Yeah, coming to 87. Yeah. And today she still can move around fairly easy by herself. So she always share with us that, yeah, I do not need any much money, but all I want is my own independence. See, older folks, they want their freedom to be able to move around, to get outside, socialize with friends, and even to go to the toilet by themselves. So that is the kind of dignity that they want. So I really find that Celergen helped her a lot throughout all these years. Okay, so the next one, the very important ingredient also, peptide E collagen. I think collagen most ladies will know, right? What we call a point, right? On the skin surface. But this is different, yeah. This one is peptide E collagen, a much more minute kind of collagen that can seep into our intestine and go into our bloodstream. That is the kind of absorption. Yeah, because it's in peptide form, very, very powerful. The collagen can actually get into our bloodstream and go into all over into our body cells. So again, it's a very, very high-end, top-end ingredient. The next one, hydroxyapatite. Yeah, whereby it strengthens the cartilage, especially people who may be undergoing knee surgery. Yeah, they have tried Celergen and they find that it helped them to heal faster. Yeah, and hydroxyapatite. So I separate into two. Why? Because apatite is actually a very good that can help us, very good ingredient can help us reduce the glycemic index of the food that we take, especially the carbohydrates. Yeah, we Asian, actually, I think today in tonight's group, mostly we are Asian. We cannot do without rice or noodles or pasta, right? So we take in a lot of carbohydrates. But as we age, we got to control that because why? Yeah, the sugar content, all this that can lead to diabetes. So hydroxyapatite has this can help us reduce the glycemic index. That means it can reduce the sugar intake into our body. Okay, so very, very important ingredient overall for these three. One of the very good testimonial, yeah, from Dr. Diona, that in the initial year when I first got to know her, her mom actually was suffering from congestive heart failure, yeah, heart disease. She was sharing with us that her mom was taking more than 10 different kind of medication. Even as a doctor, she also can't help her much. So when she get to know about Celergen, initially Dr. Diona was being a medical professional. She was actually quite skeptical about natural supplement. Yeah, until gradually when she let the mom try, in about 6 months' time, she was so surprised that from the 10 kind of medical drugs, her mom reduced down to 2 maintenance drugs. So subsequently, Dr. Diona and her team came over to Singapore and get to understand about this wonderful premium supplement and wanting to represent us, yeah, back in the Philippines. So today, Dr. Diona is one of our key business partner in the Philippines too. Okay. And she even shared that cell therapy is the medicine of the future. So important to understand on this aspect, especially from the medical perspective. Okay, then she also shared to her friends, her medical friends also. So like this one, this is also another doctors who suffer from autoimmune disease. Yeah, also similar to what Ollie suffer, fibromyalgia. Yeah, Dr. K also got lupus. So these are all autoimmune disease. And being a young doctor, so you can imagine Celergen also helped her to maintain her lifestyle, to bring up her lifestyle, yeah, to be more active. And why Celergen so effective again? Yeah, one of the key thing is using the proprietary co-extraction. This is a Swiss technology. I think I won't go so much into the technology. As I say, I'm not a scientist, but what I can compare is a layman term. Yeah, nowadays we all know. So even fruit juice, yeah, fruit juice, we know that those who are co-extract, we maintain the bioactivity of the ingredient. In Celergen case, it actually maintain the bioactive ingredient of the fish DNA. And the fish DNA, according to the Swiss scientists, is almost similar to our human cells. So that's why it is so effective when we consume it. Okay, then it is also synergistically blended formulation. Yeah, this is again the Swiss formulation. Again, in the layman term, when I talk about synergistically blended, again, sometimes how it blended all these three main ingredients. But if I compare to layman term, yeah, even if I can inherit from all the ingredients from a master chef, yeah, in terms of fried rice, can I say that I can then produce a plate of fried rice as delicious as the master chef? No, definitely not, right? Because why? The master chef know how to blend the formulation in terms of the sauce, in terms of the ingredient at the right time, at the right timing, at the right moment. Same thing. The Swiss, when they blend Celergen, they have this technology to synergistically blend this formulation. Okay, so another very important factor is it is fully digestible and easily enter our cells. Why? It is pre-digested peptide ingredient. And when it's absorbed, that's why those of you who have taken Celergen, you will see that behind the box, the scientists actually advise to take Celergen, 1 to 2 Celergen, every morning, 20 minutes before breakfast, and drink with at least 1 or 2 cups of water. Why? Because it will be absorbed through our stomach. Yeah, because it's enteric coated. It will be protected from the acidic juice in our stomach and then go into our small intestine. Once it go into our small intestine, because of this pre-digested peptide, it is then able to absorb into our bloodstream and into our cells. Yeah, and it will actually tackle the cells that is most needed. Yeah, most needed to be repaired and to be rejuvenated. So some of our friends who take Celergen, yeah, maybe they are looking to repair their bone or their knee pain. Somehow they find that maybe their skin become better. So because the Celergen is very, very how I say, magical, it will go in to repair those parts whereby it is most needed first before it tackle the other area. Okay, And since 2009 until now, we have many clinical tests. This is one of the latest one. Yeah, because Celergen is also in China now, officially in China, and approved by the Chinese government. And you know that China is a very strict country, yeah, communist country, but very strict in terms of safety, in terms of efficacy. So when Celergen was about to go in, they even sent to this what they call the 中国疾病预防中心, basically their medical institution. Yeah, so in this report, yeah, they say that taking high dose of Celergen can strengthen the ability of macrophage and the NK cell. Macrophage is a cell that help us to repel external virus. That's why I have cases, I have friends who during the COVID period, they find that even if they were to succumb to the COVID virus, they do not fall sick so easily. Yeah, they may have some little flu or cough, but they are not knocked out. They do not knock out so easily. So that is how Celergen strengthen the ability of the macrophage cell. Whereas NK cell are the natural killer cell. It is the part of our cells whereby it helps to repel the cancer cell in our body. So very important. These two cells help us to strengthen our immune system. And the other test show that it can help to reduce the blood lactate in the eyes of the mice. They test in the lab. So that means to say that it can help us relieve tiredness. That's why most of the time, whenever I have a night meeting or night conference or even a night talk like that, I will take double dose of Celergen and I don't feel I still can go on until 9-10 p.m. Yeah. So it's very strong indication, and you can see it for most of us. We can feel the difference within some even within days. Yeah. I feel it. I feel my stamina catching back to my peak almost within 3 months to 6 months time. Okay. And naturally, I share with most of my friends, especially in the engineering circle. So this is one of my old friends, a very senior engineer, very respected engineer, 70 years old, but he has 3 bypass. So at that time, when I understand his condition, I told him, KP, yeah, I can't guarantee you that Celergen can help solve every problem, but it will definitely help you improve your lifestyle. So in fact, until today, we have been on Celergen for at least 5 years, 4 to 5 years. In fact, tomorrow afternoon, tomorrow lunch, I'm going to meet up with him. He's going to replenish his Celergen again. So I'm very glad to be able to help, old friends, old colleagues, who have all this kind of issue also. Okay. Another friend that I came across, younger than me, this lady Mei Heng, the one sitting down beside me. She came to our office, get to know Mrs. Yeo, get to know Catherine, our host tonight. So May, although she is younger, but she was actually suffering from cervical spondylosis. For many years. And mind you, her hubby is a doctor, and her hubby can only give her painkiller. So she know her hubby told her that this can only temporary measure, and she know that there will be long-term side effect. So when initially she get to know about Celergen, she was pretty skeptical because she also don't want the husband, the husband will definitely be angry, right? So she did not let the husband know initially. So, but after 4 to 5 months, she told me that, Joey, now I can raise up my arm. So she's very happy today. She's a long-term, my VIP customer also. So I have many cases like that really boost my own confidence in terms of how Celergen can help certain kind of people. To me, most people will definitely benefit. Is how much, how soon, it can show in the person only. Another doctor, yeah, Dr. Nelly that I came to know, yeah, she initially skeptical about, again, like Dr. Diona, initially skeptical about natural supplement, but thanks to her brother, yeah, Chong Peng, who is one of our leader here also, yeah, nowadays I see Dr. Nelly very retired and having a lot of holidays with the children, with her children, and she look much younger. You can compare 2015, 2018, 2019. Those of you who are in Singapore, every now and then you can see Dr. Nelly around. Yeah, feel free to take a photo with her. Yeah, so it's important. You can also ask her a lot more cases whereby she helps so many of her patient or ex-patient. Yeah, yeah, but I can tell you when initially I started on Celergen back in 2009, I was also doing my own research. Yeah, and I can tell you that I have never seen a supplement where, be it in the pharmacy or anywhere in the commercial shop, none of the supplement have all this worldwide accreditation. So very important. I just want to point to you these two. This one, the FDA, Food and Drugs Administration of the USA, it shows that we have total compliance to all the checklists. FDA don't give the chop. Why? Because FDA only approve drugs, chemical drugs, synthetic drugs. Celergen is a totally natural supplement, total natural supplement. So, but we have the total compliance to all the checklists in terms of the efficacy and in terms of the safety. The other one is the Swiss attestation chop. Very important. It shows that Celergen is not only produced, manufactured in Switzerland, it also shows that it can also be sold in Switzerland. Why? Because if you want to manufacture in Switzerland, yeah, it's not a cheap product. Yeah, because of the processes, because of everything down, all the processes and all the quality control there. But for us to be able to sell in Switzerland itself, we must reach the kind of gold standard, yeah, that is required by the Swiss. So we are very proud that Celergen has also reached that kind of gold standard that it can be sold back in Switzerland. So company being a Singapore company, we are a Singapore company, but our CEO, Miss Lee, even bring it to the test in the professional test by BSCG. Yeah, those of you who are professional, who have friends who are professional athletes, or you may be running marathon or triathlon, yeah, you will know about this chop, band sustain control group. Yeah, professional athletes, professional footballer, they got to undergo this body. Why? To test for steroid, to test for artificial drugs that they could be taking before an event. So when you have this shot, means that whatever that you're taking are free from drugs, free from steroid. So we are very proud that Celergen has attained such a high end, such a high standard in terms of natural supplement. Okay, so like I shared earlier, in the early days, company even sent to independent clinical tests in Europe. Yeah, this one was tested in 2013. Those of you who understand medical terms, yeah, this one came out in the medical journal. Yeah, back in Europe, Basically, Celergen tested on live human liver cancer cell in the clinic, yeah, in a clinic environment. So, like I say, we are very blessed to have friends who are doctors to summarize all these tests for us. Basically, what it showed that it can be Celergen, it decreases the activity of the oncogene cell. And this one, oncogene CMYC. So you know, many of the cancer group are categorized under this CMYC cancer cell. That's why it's called the oncogene CMYC. Okay, so basically it reduced in terms of 40%, reduce the activity. This other one show that it inhibit the proliferation. That means what? It actually increase the natural death of the liver cancer cell. Yeah. So in terms of this one is the cause the natural death. This one is prevent the mutation of the liver cancer cell. One is prevent the mutation. The other one is induce the natural death of the cancer cell. So to me, this summary is actually very, very important. But again, the Swiss scientists always remind us, please don't use this for marketing purpose. We can share with friends because it is never a guarantee. Because in our human body, cancer cell can be affected by so many other factors. Whereas this test is done in a clinic. So we can only share and then let the friend try. If the friend is open, let the friend try and show them all these clinical tests and hope that they can benefit from it. Recently, in fact, within the last 6 months, I have another colleague, not only my colleague, my university friend, an engineer who is still working as an engineer. He suffered from pancreatic cancer. We know pancreatic cancer is a very dangerous cancer form. Why? Steve Jobs, you see, such a multi-billionaire, he also succumbed to such a disease. So why? Because pancreatic cancer is very aggressive and very fast. So my this ex-colleague and my university friend, luckily he found this cancer during stage 1. So I meet up with him. I really show him all the report, and I say that no guarantee, but you must try no matter how. Yeah, if you are open. So I met up with the wife and himself. Yeah, and really assure them that this got no other effect because it's a natural supplement. So another test that came out. Yeah, this is the test that I showed to him also. This one is a test done on pancreatic cancer. So it shows how it can reduce the invasiveness. That means because why? Pancreatic cancer is very, very invasive, right? Very aggressive. So it actually helps in the aggressiveness of it. So those of you again who want to know all this, get the report, yeah, get the sharing from the friend who introduced you to you tonight. I want to share also another case that I come across personally. Yeah, Dr. Fei, Dr. Mimi, and the father himself. At that time, when I get to know them, the father was suffering from prostate cancer. So, yeah, after taking Celergen, yeah, he find that the cancer cell actually reduced. Then another one that I came across personally, also our good friend, yeah, Ruby, her sister Honey, which is over here, this lady on the right side. Okay, so Honey that time got breast cancer, but never tell Ruby and her family members. So until Ruby found out, Ruby was very, very angry. She said, no matter how, don't worry about the cost. Just take on Celergen. And Ruby even applied the matrix cell, Vita 18, and Farneso Magnolia for her sister. Touch wood. Now, this was more than probably about 6-7 years ago already. Today, Honey is still well and still maintaining herself very well, able to walk, go out to the garden and do her daily stuff. So very, very important personal case that I come across. I really wish her good health and really good life to enjoy. Through Ruby, she also have a family friend in Jakarta, yeah, in Indonesia, called Ida, who also got breast cancer. At that time, that was 2013 when I get to know. Yeah, so when Ruby shared Celergen with Ida, so you can see that even until today, recently, we met up with Ida, yeah, Yeah, early this year we met up with Ida in Jakarta. That's true. Nowadays, those of you who know her over Facebook or Instagram, wow, she always loved to sing in her social group. So she is also a very strong advocate of Celergen in her community in Jakarta. So in Jakarta, another case, Pak Hendry. Yeah, this is Angga's good friend. Pak Hendry is a banker, not just a banker, he is the bank owner. Yeah, he is the owner of the bank, Bank Jasa. So at that time, this is the case whereby I share about the COVID case. Yeah, because both of them, he and his wife, and he was so worried for his wife because his wife was diabetic. Yeah, he's a was a diabetic. He's a diabetic. So being suffer from COVID, yeah, and being a diabetic, she is in the high risk group. So luckily, they were already taking Celergen for about 3 to 4 years before that. So and their family members are so surprised that they only have minor cough and flu. Yeah. So after that, even Pahendri even give Celergen to his driver, to his staff who suffer from COVID too. So he is a very, very generous man. Yeah, every now and then when I go over to Jakarta, I will meet up with him also. So from Pa Henry, he also recommend to his staff, not to his staff, to his director in the bank. This is Suroso, Pak Suroso, who himself is also a part-time lecturer in the university. He is also a diabetic, yeah, and when he takes Celergen, he find that he no longer feels so tired anymore, especially during the night time when he's going to give lecture. So again, another person who shared very excitedly with us when we first got to know about his condition. This one more down to Singapore, yeah. So Christine Woon is a lady, a senior executive, in fact, for so many years, Singaporean. But you know, all of us, those of us who are in Singapore, we know our stressful society in work, in lifestyle also. So I don't know whether Christine is here. Yeah, may I invite Christine to share how initially she assessed Celergen, yeah, and now Celergen benefit her and her family. Yeah, Catherine is Christine here.
Yes, I'm here.
Thank you.
I think I'm being
Christine, yeah,
spotlighted
please
Hi.
share your takeaway from Celergen.
Yeah, okay. Thank you, Joey. Well, with age and increased professional responsibilities, I found myself, getting sluggish more often and tired more easily. So when I was introduced to Celergen in 2023, I was a little skeptical actually, and then being a skeptic, I read up a lot about Celergen and just like the studies and all, and then decided to try it. And surprisingly, right, within a month, I felt my vitality returned. Um, and of course, I felt it, but the more importantly is when my colleagues and my team noticed it, and that's when I think that it's it it has kicked in quickly for me. So when you have a good thing, right, you have to share, you know. So one of the first people I gave it to is my mom. So you see my mom there on the picture. So actually, sharing is actually more about her. I wanted her to experience vitality in the golden years too. She's a precious person to me. She's doing very well, having consumed Celergen for as long as I did, 2 years. So last December, I decided to put it to the test. Very reckless, but last December, I brought her to Europe.
Wow.
So Europe, Italy, right? Cobblestones, right? Not flat at all. Not flat at all. Even I had difficulty. walking on the cobblestones, and but amazingly, she kept up with us. She kept up with the tour group, and and I'm pleasantly surprised, and the entire tour group was pleasantly surprised. And so from Italy to Switzerland, she had a great time in France, and she didn't catch a cold or flu or pneumonia. So I put it all down to, you know, the a Celergenized mom. Now I want to maybe share with everyone the middle picture that I particularly liked a lot. Why? That's because you see the strength in her legs, right? And her stability. So I think, isn't it wonderful to be able to travel with with an elderly parent who has good mobility? So to Celergenize my mom is one of my acts of filial piety. So yes, that's my Celergen story, and that's how I am quite a believer in the benefits of Celergen. Thank you for
Yes.
thank you
Thank
for
you
the
so
opportunity
much,
to share.
Christine. Yeah, I think very, very important. You hit the right note. Yeah, I think always treasure the precious time together, especially with our parents. Yeah, when they are around, I think it's important. Yeah, and we want to give them good health. Yeah, for them to enjoy. Yeah, for the remaining part of their life. So it's important for all of us. Yeah, to have such a to take note of all this. Yeah, don't wait until it's too late. Yeah. And another one, this is Vivian. Yeah, Vivian is the wife of my ex-colleague. Wow, more than how many years? 30 years, 20, 30 years. Yeah, YC Go, I was colleague with him to 1996, 97. Oh, so you can imagine. So when Celogen was launched in 2009, I invited them, and they have been consumer for since then, since day one. But I was quite surprised, Vivian, how she had been taking Celogen for so many years. Yeah. But then what made you finally see the Avita platform? Yeah, see as a great platform born out of Singapore, and now you are impacting others. And in fact, yeah, we just came back from Penang. You were sharing with so many of your ex-colleagues. So, Vivian, are you there? Can you share your transformation, especially after Celogen, how you transform into our Avita family?
Yes, yes. Thank you, Joy. Yeah. Okay, actually, I all the while I saw Avita just like another wellness company, because I got my product normally through my husband. So I know, you know, Avita as, okay, giving supplements. So that was my prior knowledge. But like what was in my testimonial 3 years ago, okay, I started coming in, and I started to experience more, you know, through the people, the culture, and the results. Okay, I began to see something deeper. Okay, I realized that Avida isn't just about products. It's a platform, I think, that's born out of Singapore. Yes. So when it's born out of Singapore, it's built on strong values of integrity, innovation, and of course, care. And now I think it's impacting lives beyond our borders. We're doing cross borders. Okay, when I see how this, our homegrown brand, Avita, was empowering people in places like the Philippines, you know, Japan, Taiwan, and most recently Penang, you know, giving individuals the chance to build extraordinary wellness businesses. That's when it clicked for me. Okay, so I think Avitas represents what Singapore stands for: quality, trust, and global vision, community, and hearts. It's not just a business, it's actually a movement. I'm really proud to be part of it, because I'm not only changing my own life, I think, through Avita, I'm a part of something that is changing the world.
Yes. Thank you very much, Vivian. Thank you for your sincere sharing. I feel that as long as we all have the sincerity and knowing the benefit to the friends, yeah, to the person that we share with, that is really a movement. It's really, yeah, it's almost like evangelist sharing about good health and taking care of ourselves and enjoy life to the fullest, like what you say. Okay, thank you very much, Vivian.
Thank you.
Okay. Okay, so you think about it. Yeah, that's how I shared. I think those of us who have been, especially in Singapore, hearing so much from the Singapore government talking about our aging society. In fact, another 2 years, yeah, 2 to 3 years, Singapore is becoming a super aged society now. So around the world, you are looking at the global wellness economy of more than 4.5 trillion market. Yeah, Avita is the company born out of Singapore. It is targeting, focusing on preventive wellness, slow down aging, slow down chronic diseases. Yeah, we know we will live longer. Question is, are we going to be as healthy all the way to the day we pass on? Because statistic wise in Singapore, our last 10 years, many will be on wheelchair. So global wellness economy is a very, very important economy. And most of our cohort of friends, we have already earned our money. Yeah, we have already earned our wealth. Now is then how then do we use our wealth to enjoy our health? Yeah, most people they were well, but they cannot enjoy their health. So that is where we come in. So we are not using drugs, using chemical drugs. These are all very premium, supplement, premium, even the TCM oil and our probiotics, all these are very, very important to maintain our healthy lifestyle. So I want to thank our CEO, our founder and CEO of Avita, Ms. Lee Xiangying. Yeah, the first day she set up Avita back in 2007, she had this very strong mission. Yeah, being a traditional business lady herself. Yeah, because prior to setting up Avita, she was already running 7 to 8 traditional businesses. Many of her friends, after running businesses, all also aged considerably. All got chronic, many of them got chronic diseases. But she said that life is a gift, never take it for granted. Yeah, you may be earning a lot of money, but you don't have health, then what's the point of earning those kind of money? So when she set out Avita in 2007, her sole mission is really to give health to all her friends, to all her family members. So that is what Avita is all about. So we just celebrated our 18th anniversary, yeah, in Resort World Sentosa, Singapore, yeah, just few months ago. So right now we are in 10 countries, yeah, including Cambodia now. Okay, so we are actively helping each of our fellow country, not only fellow countrymen, but all our neighbors. Yeah, from Malaysia, where we just came back, like Vivian said, we just came back from Penang. In fact, Indonesia, led by Angga, yeah, advocated by Angga, he is always sharing about the technicality. Being so well read, well studied about fibromyalgia, about autoimmune disease, he always share on the technicality on how then do you take care of your own health in terms of cell therapy. So those of you who are from Indonesia, if you need to know, especially some of your older folks who can only understand Bahasa Indonesia, yeah, you can connect to Angga. He will always be willing, more than willing to help you to explain to your family members and friends. Yeah, this is a guarantee. He sent his apologies to us for not able to share tonight. But he said that any of the friends who need his help, especially in Indonesia, he is always ready, yeah, to help. So with the market, with a huge market, of course, many of us who have been running it, yeah, building it internationally, we get our due rewards. Yeah, I'm not shy to show this. This is a 1 month commission that quite a number of us. In fact, recently we have another round of check issuing. Yeah, so we always like to. I will say that it's important because previously as a corporate guy, even my CEO won't hit this kind of commission or won't hit this kind of salary. So, but through the Avita, there is no ceiling. Why? Because premature aging market, there is no ceiling. In fact, if you have done your own study and done your own research, it is on a forever upward trend. There are more and more people getting more problem, more issue. Yeah. So right now, I want to go into the breakout room. I hope that some of you can meet up with some of us, some of the leaders around, and then just share if you have taken Celergen before or just started taking. Yeah, share with us how has Celergen influenced you and your family, and then how is the journey in serving and supporting others through this platform. Okay, so is the breakout room ready?
Yep, yes, it's ready. How many minutes for this, PA Joey?
15 minutes.
Okay, all right.
Thank you very much. Okay, is everybody back? Yeah. Any group want to share? Yeah, especially some good testimonial one. There's some also got. Anyone want to share your own? Any group? Team one? Or everybody still very excited talking about it? Okay, if not, then I leave it to those of you who probably first time haven't tried Celergen. Yeah, do check with your friends. Yeah, do check with your friends who introduced to you tonight. Then ask them for more detail, especially right on the promotion this month. Okay, so let me get back to my slide. Okay, okay. I think I pass this to Catherine for her roundup. Yeah, Catherine, back to you.
Okay, thank you. Thank you, PA Joey, for the insightful sharing and inspiring wellness journey. Right. Okay, so you truly given a glimpse into what's possible when passion meets purpose, right? So in this wellness industry, the term Rolls Royce of wellness is often described as something of higher standard, luxury, quality, and exclusivity. So the best part is you don't have to travel far in search for high and low. You can just find it here in Singapore, even in fact in Philippines, Indonesia as well. So yeah. So it's never too late to say yes to an opportunity. So friends who are here for the first time, if you are curious to find out more, I encourage you to reach out to the person who invited you. So right now there's this just a minute, silver package and golden package. Uh, and right now we're having a promotion. For the retail package is 5434 and the gold package is 26,550. So if you are interested to find out more, speak to the person who invited you here. And this promo will end by end of this month. So grab hold of this opportunity. Yeah. Okay. And next slide, please. Wow. Okay, big congratulations to everyone who have hit the target. and earn this incentive trip to Japan, the land of the rising sun. So get ready for amazing food, fun, and unforgettable bonding time. So they are going this autumn, so 25th October to 2nd November. So don't just watch them, you may even have a chance to go next time. And okay, next will be next sharing is this Avita cashback value bundle, which is still at the old price, which is ending 31st of October. Do take hold of this opportunity to grab if you need more stock. And the final thing is the final call, the cash. Okay, this one is a super power deal 2.0, where from October onwards until end of the year, every purchase of this 1000 PV, you will get one voucher, 3000 PV, three vouchers. So if you want to find out more about this, speak to a person who have invited you. So, and last of all, thank you everyone for coming in, joining us to find out more what is this marine cell therapy. Okay, can everyone on your video, let's take a picture. Okay, who is going to take a picture for us? EJ, can you help us
yep,
take a picture?
yes. Can. All right.
Okay, thank
Everybody
you.
smile.
Okay, put an emoji to
Yes.
thank the
Okay.
speaker, right? A
1,
love
2,
emoji or
3. Say
whatever.
cheese.
Okay, smile, cheese.
Okay. All
Done?
right. Thank you, everyone.
Okay, thank you so much, everyone. Have a good night's
Thank you,
sleep and have a
Joey. Thank you.
Thank
Thank
you,
you,
Joey. Thank you,
Catherine.
Thank you,
Catherine.
Joey.
Good
Thank you,
night.
Catherine. Good
good
night.
Cassie.
night.
Bye bye.
Cassie.
Thanks,
Bye
Katri.
bye.
Thanks, Joey.